Hi, I'm Annie and welcome to my channel. Thank you to everybody who's continued to watch. You don't have to go very far, either in your garden or in the parks, wild grounds, to find food that you can eat all year round. Just in this little area, we've got the three-cornered leek. Clearly identifiable. It has triangular stem, white flowers, green stripes inside the flower. All the plant is edible. It grows really fast. I have a big patch at the back of my garden. It was everywhere when I moved in, but I have contained it to one small area. But I do keep it in there because it's a vegetable that I can eat early on in the season, and I've not had to do anything for it. Also got dandelions, another great edible flower. You can eat all of the plant. The root you can roast as coffee. The stems and leaves are edible. Sometimes the leaves can be a little bit sour, but if you pick ones that have been in the shade, they are less sour. You can also cover them with a pot for 2 or 3 days before you pick them, and again they'll be slightly sweeter. The flowers are very edible, and I make dandelion honey every year. It's really good honey alternative. You really can't taste the difference. You could add other flowers like lavender and stuff to it if you want to give it a slightly different taste, but I quite like it as it is. It's also suitable for vegans. There's lots of health benefits to the dandelion as well. It's really good for your liver and kidneys. It acts as a diuretic and flushes out any bad toxins that you've got in your body. It's really high in vitamin A and C. Studies have also shown that it can help reduce internal inflammation and reduce pain associated with arthritis. Also got blackcurrant. Everybody knows that the blackcurrants are full of vitamin C, but also the leaves are edible and full of vitamin C as well, so they make a really good blackcurrant tea. They help to boost your immune system. It's full of anti-inflammatories, and again also acts as a diuretic, so if you've got swollen ankles or anything, it can help with that. It has been shown to reduce the frequency and severity of urinary tract infections, so if that's something you suffer from, then maybe a blackcurrant tea is good. It's also studies have proven that it can help with sleep. The way to make the tea is you just chop up a teaspoon of leaves, nice and small, put your boiling water over the top and let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes, and then just strain it off. I suppose you could add some sweetener or something if you wanted to. Blackcurrant tea can also be used to help with sore throats, coughs and colds. Just up above my head over the rooftop there's a magnolia tree. Again, the flowers, buds and leaves are all edible. Make a nice little salad. The flower petals can be dehydrated, and you can use it to flavour rice. It gives it a slightly gingery flavour, I would say. You can stir fry them up with some other vegetables. Over in the corner of the garden I've got nettles. Don't really want nettles there, but they come back every year. Again, they can be eaten just like spinach, so cooked up just like spinach. The heating or dehydrating of nettles will neutralise the sting, so you don't have to worry about that, but make sure you wear gloves when you are picking them. The other thing with nettles, it is full of vitamin A and C, but some people have reported issues, stomach, urinary tract or rashes after eating it. So my advice would be just to try a little bit at a time, just a little bit in a soup or something, and then see how you go from there. So another plant that the whole plant can be eaten are primroses. You can eat the leaves and the flowers in salads. You can cook the leaves as a vegetable. For centuries, the primrose has enjoyed the reputation of the healing plant. It used to be, the flowers used to be boiled in with lard, and then they would apply it to cuts and grazes and other skin ailments. But in today's life, it's still used widely in creams and stuff for pimples, wrinkles. It's often used as a soothing eye wash. The other nice little flower that I've just come across in the garden, growing wild, is the red dead nettle. The leaves and the flowers are all edible. It's such a pretty little thing, but yeah, totally edible. I've just popped out into the garden and picked some magnolia off the tree, and the leaves I'm going to dehydrate. So I've just got 3 trays ready to go into the dehydrator, but I wanted to do some 3-cornered leeks as well, because I've got quite a lot taking hold in the garden, and the best way to get rid of it is to eat it. If you think of it as a food, it's not so much of a pest. And when you dig them up, they just smell of onions, so you can't really get them confused with anything else. So I've dug a load of the leeks up, and I'm just going to, I've washed them off, I'm going to nip the tops off and the bottoms, and just spread it all out on the tray and get back to you. I've got my 3 trays ready. I've piled them up a little bit because not too much, there is air gaps in between them, but they reduce down so much I'll keep moving them around so that they don't, so they dry out evenly. So I'm going to put them in a dehydrator and set it for 55 degrees centigrade for 5 hours, but I'm going to, like I say, check it after 2 hours. Hi everyone, this is an update the day after on the dehydrated products. The dehydrated magnolia that I did was nice and crunchy. I'm sure you can hear. Got the 3 trays went down to 1 bowl full. I'll crunch that up a little bit and put that in a jar. The 3 trays of wild leek that I did has gone down to that. The magnolia only took about 2.5 hours to fully dry, and I could have put another 3 trays in, but I had such a busy day yesterday I didn't have time, so I just left the leeks in dehydrating. They did actually take about 5 hours to get to this point, but the white bits that are a little bit thicker weren't quite dry. So it's really nice weather today, so I'm going to leave just both jars stood in the window just to make sure that they are completely dry. These might even take, the white bits might even take a couple of days, but the way to try it is actually to put the lid on, put it in the window for a couple of hours. If you get any condensation on the inside, then you know it's not dry, and then you would just leave it open to breathe for a little bit, and then do the same a couple of hours later, put the lid back on, and see if it's dried again. So that's the way to test if your products are fully dry. So I'm just going to make some lunch. I had some 3-cornered leeks left over from when I put the dehydrator on, so I'm going to make some leek and potato soup. So I got some small chopped up onion. Just going to fry that off quickly. I've got my little leeks, so I'm going to chop those up quite small. I've washed and prepared them already. Put that in the onions. The other thing I went out and picked was I picked up some dandelion leaves. They're really good for detoxing the liver and the kidneys, so I'm just going to chop up that really small, put that in as well. Already chopped up some potatoes. I put them in the water, stop them going brown. So I just peeled them and sliced them really thinly so they don't take too long to cook. Put that in. Some boiling water. Just to cover the potatoes. A bit of salt and a stock cube. You can use vegetable, or I'm using chicken. I'm going to put the lid on, bring it up to the boil, and then turn it down, let it simmer for 20 minutes until the potatoes are cooked. It's only actually taken about 8 or 9 minutes to cook. I like a thicker soup, so I'm just going to use the stick blender to mush it down a bit. Going to put some pepper in. Oh, it's nice. You could can it at this point and make it shelf stable. That's what I often do. I've got some in there already that's leek potato and nettles. I just call it green soup. Show you. Ooh. There. Not quite ready to eat it yet, so I'm just going to let it cool. I can always put a little bit of cream in it if I wanted to later, if I have some, but you don't have to. It's really nice anyway. So I hope you enjoy. These are just some edible wildflowers that are out there that you can eat and forage. What I tend to do is I see a plant and then I go home and see if it's edible really, and then I make a little note, so I've got a hard copy of that as well. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful and informative. If you did, please give it the old thumbs up. Till next time, bye.